Motion Video Effects have just released mTutorial. It looks pretty sweet. Let's take a look. 'Cause you brighten my day up like the sunrise. I've waited all my life for a moment like this. Okay, so I am excited to check out mTutorial from Motion Video Effects. I'm gonna look at every single little element that they have to offer so you guys can make a purchase decision and decide for yourself whether you think it's worth it. Let's have a look. So this is the first one. It looks to me like this is a title of some sort. You've got lots of text and you can turn them off, you can change the colors. That's pretty cool. Next we've got a mouse, which is really pretty darn good when you're doing tutorials because you can select, if we make this bigger, so animated actions on. Let's just have a look. So if we turn off that on left and just play it and see what happens. Boom, that's nice. It does a nice little animation there. Let's take a look at the next one. Let's expand it up so we can see. So yeah, this looks exactly the same. So you can change the action color to whatever you want. You can change the mouse color, which is pretty nifty. So you can do a red mouse if you want. Side line color, you can change that as well. Drop shadow on and off. Yep, so that's pretty darn cool. Next one. This is the add-on section, by the way. So what's this one? This is interesting. So trouble area. So it looks as though you can use this to highlight stuff. So this is cool, and it will basically animate a certain area for you, which is good on the screen. And obviously it looks as though you can use these pointers, control points, to manipulate where the circle is. So that's brilliant. I love that in terms of just highlighting little bits. Next one now, this is going to be useful. I do have a plugin from the guys at Ripple Training. They do a great plugin for this as well, but this will be useful, no doubt. So we can tell people clearly what key commands to press if we're doing that. Or actually, you can actually change the text. It doesn't give you a selection there, so I thought it might give you a drop down, but it looks like you can just change it completely. So we can say anything we want. Control, and of course we can change the colors of the buttons to anything we want. So that's pretty darn nice. A lot of control there. Button text size, text 1, you can do, oh okay, so you can actually change that. So you can even change that to as well, which is interesting. So I'm not quite sure what I would change that to other than plus, but no, that's really cool. So we could do command or whatever we want there. Obviously that's not a real key command, it's just me being stupid. Yep, so that's really good. Loads of different selections there. It looks as though there's a fourth button as well. So there's a fourth button there that I'm not seeing, which is interesting. Oh, maybe it's this. Anyway, not seeing what I'm doing wrong with that one, but it's useful if that works. 4 buttons is cool. So that's that. Let's drag that in. What's this one? Cool. Well, that looks good. Some more function buttons there. Yeah, so liking that. Yes or no. So this just looks like a big X, which I guess could be useful if you're telling people to close their window or something like that. So that looks pretty funky. Backgrounds I'm pretty excited with because I don't have many backgrounds. So let's take a look. This is just a plain background, or quite a nice sort of, I don't know whether you can see that, but it's got sort of like a metallic-y sort of armor type metal look again about it, which is quite nice. Quite like that, I have to say. What's this one? I like that. It's pretty clean, pretty plain. I can put stuff on front of that, which is nice. There's a key command actually for putting stuff down, isn't there? So first of all, let me just get that down there. I'm going to expand this out, Option W, and I'm going to go back to there using the colon button, and then I'm going to hit W because that inserts it. So that's the cleaner way of doing it, everyone. Oh, that looks pretty funky. can change the colors, replicator, scale, circle width, the dots in there, absolutely everything. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. Go to the end, hit that, hit W. Oh, like that. That's pretty good. I like that. It's almost like, it reminds me of Looney Tunes growing up with Bugs Bunny and things. So yeah, quite like that. Just how that circle comes out. But yeah, nice texture there. Some of the textures in other packs, in other plugins, are fairly weird and wacky, I would say. So quite liking these backgrounds so far. So they've done well with that. Just a fairly standard gradient one, I think. Let's have a look at this one. Nice. And obviously we can change the colors again. That looks pretty cool. I have to play around with that. Very nice. Just fairly plain simple. Great for a backdrop. Pretty darn good, I have to say. W. Must remember the W. Oh, I like that. Very nice. Sort of, I like the colour of this actually, the branding colour. So some really nice backgrounds there, really clean backgrounds. So I feel like they've listened to people, because I think some of the other backgrounds, as I say, have been pretty crazy and sort of abstract and a bit mental. So I'm quite pleased that they've got some really clean looking backgrounds that I know that I'll be able to use. So we're on to focus areas now. So focus areas, what are these about, I wonder? What is that doing? Okay, so that's doing a square type thing. So it's, let's expand that out. Boom. So yeah, nice little highlighty thing. Connected. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't look like that's intended as like a magnifying glass. I was wondering whether that would be, but it's just intended to give you a cool looking graphic, I think, to highlight a certain area. So that's not too shabby. What's this one doing? So that's pretty cool. Frame, just a nice sort of plain frame really. So again, useful for doing like highlighting things. Oh look, it's got a cursor as well. I didn't see that. So I'm not seeing the size, cursor scale there. I'm not seeing the size in there, but I'm seeing it here, so that's fine. So if we want to highlight my face, let's just play that back, see what happens. Boom. Very nice. What's this one? Oh, I quite like that. It's blurring out everything in the outside. And so what can we do here? Shadow color, shadow distance, shadow blur. So yeah, you can change the blur amount. I quite like that blur. It's really nice. Frame roundness. Yeah, so another good frame that just sort of blurs everything else out in the background. Oh, that's quite funky, isn't it? Not that it looks good on the footage I've got there, but it is pretty darn funky. I think I prefer that actually. It's got a title in it as well. So my face. There we go. Really nice colour in the background. You can change the colour, I think. So if we want to make it red, that, people, is sweet. That is what we're talking about. Loving that. I have to say, I saw the videos on MotionVFX and I was like, flipping heck, this plugin looks flipping insane. So I had to purchase it straight away. So I am literally probably one of the first purchasers of this plugin, although, you know, I'm not going to get too cocky about that. There's probably a few people before me, but I'm on day one of release of this. So I am well pumped for this plugin. That looks really sweet. Going to have a lot of use for that. And then what else is there? That looks pretty good. It's doing some crazy illumination animation there at the beginning, which is funky. So if we expand that out, frame, it's quite an interesting effect. A bit too, you know, it's quite sort of, again, distracting, but it might be useful for highlighting a certain object or something like that. So that could be really useful. Frame color, so you can change the color of it. Frame width, diagonal size. So you can change that. That might completely change the look of it. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that's completely changed the look of it. and also diagonal rotation frame round this as well, so that will be pretty darn good. Boom, like that. Loving that one. I'm sorry if this video is long, by the way, but I wanted to just go through all of them, and if you like it, oh, by the way, please do like this video, that would be amazing. And if you're getting some value out of this, please do remember to hit the like and the subscribe button. This channel is dedicated to making videos that help you create videos if you're a beginner or if you're starting out in the film world. Okay, so what is this one doing? Let's have a look. Boom, nice little highlight area, circle feather. Also you can do a feather, so if you want to highlight something on the desk again or something like that, that would be really useful. I feel like there's a lot of powerful elements to this plugin, so I'm going to be making a lot of use of. The more I get from MotionVFX, I can really see how powerful they are. So yeah, love their plugins. What's this one? Oh, this will definitely be useful, and I love the way that happens. So if we're focusing on my face, we just go boom like that. That's going to be very, very useful indeed, I have to say. This line, is this the one that George uses in the ad for MotionVFX? I'm not sure. No, I think this is just a straight line probably. Oh no, it is the one. So you can move it around, you can scale that. I think it's just, yeah, it's a nice graphic. It can obviously be used to highlight stuff. So yeah, I'm liking that. Boom. So if you want to highlight a certain area, that's going to be really useful. What's this one? This might have been the one that he used actually. Yeah, it was. So yeah, basically you can move all these points around. Got color change. You can obviously keyframe all the points as well, so if you really wanted to go to town and animate something, you could do that. I'm not seeing what drop shadow is doing most of the time, but it's probably doing something subtle that I'm not picking up on, so I've got a small screen. But yeah, that looks pretty darn funky. What's this one doing? Just a square or a rectangle, so I'm loving that. And obviously you can change the blend mode, which is really cool. So if we wanted to change the look of it completely, you can. Lovely. We can even do sort of like a grayed out square with that. I'm starting to see how powerful this plugin is, to be honest. I'm pretty darn pumped for it. I reckon that this might be my favorite plugin now. Up there, by the way, for me is mTuber 2, because I use it just all the time. It's just flipping amazing. And then mChannel Clean is absolutely insane. And now this one, I think, might just trump both of those put together. So I think this is really, really nice. I mean, that was just too good. I mean, it's pulling you in as well, probably because I'm leaning forward, but it's yeah, looking amazing. Let's get rid of that. So we've got a square area as well. Nice, so the same sort of effect but with a square. Shadow area we can change by the look of it. Oh, nice. Nice, people. This looks pretty darn funky. Loving that. Obviously the footage that I've got there just makes me look silly, but it's pretty good in principle what it's actually doing. Oh, I love that. So if you want a big nose, you can do that. Now I have to say I've found the magnification tool in mTuber 2, which I think is probably a similar thing, to be really useful. So if you haven't got mTuber 2, definitely consider this, because if you want to zoom in on the nose, you can do that. And that is really useful, because one of my pet peeves is when you're watching a tutorial video, you just can't see what the person's doing. So to have something that zooms in is really, really powerful. And also you've got a wide zoom here, a general zoom, although that doesn't seem to be doing anything interesting enough. Oh, there we are. So is that going to do anything? Boom. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Composition guides. Now this is interesting. This one's called composition tools, so it's just understanding the composition. I think George showed us that in the original MotionVFX tutorial. This one's film zones, so yeah, I think that's not safe zones, so that's film zones if you're working on like a cinema type movie. Grid is great for sort of working things out, making sure that you are in the right position, etc, etc. In fact, it looks like you can change the grid size, do all that cool stuff. It's really useful. By the way, I'm pretty sure you can do all this stuff with a custom overlay. I've not done it myself before, but if we go into here and choose custom overlay, add custom overlay, I'm sure that if you download a PNG of some of these things, you can also do it that way. But the fact they're in this is pretty darn funky too. So line, oh, that's pretty useful. There's some on occasions I need a line, so that is really cool that that's just there. By the way, we are in the guides tool now. That's interesting. Well, it's a nice reminder. I'm not quite sure why that would be useful. I can't think why that would be useful, but I guess if you're doing a tutorial about that type of thing, then that could certainly be useful. If you're doing like a filmmaking tutorial and you want to explain aspect ratios and things and resolutions, that'd be good. So ruler centered line, oh, that looks pretty funky. Now that would be good if you're doing like a timeline thing. So you can put the years up there. I would imagine it would take some work, but you certainly could do that. I did come across a similar plugin from, I put the website address on the screen to that one because it did look pretty funky, that tool. But that, to be honest, is looking like that would do a similar thing, probably with a bit more work, but still very good. Ruler horizontal, that would be nice. And then we've got vertical as well. So we can choose which one we want, where we want it, to make sure things are straight. That is actually surprisingly useful, because if you need to rotate stuff and to get things straight, then that will be really useful. Obviously I'm fairly straight anyway, but yeah, love that, to be honest, although it looks really simple, but I think I'm going to use that a lot, to be honest. Then we got some nice lower thirds here. So what have we got? We've got a nice little name strap with a photo that we can put in, so we can just put in a drop zone in a photo into there, so that's really nice. Loving that. Obviously we can change the colors, I assume. What is this doing? Oh, this is a call out. Now that's pretty nice. I'm not sure if it's going to come with any tracking, because they do have M callouts. I've got the M callout simple pack, I believe, and that's really nice, and that does tracking, so I'm not sure how much I would use that, but really nice for quick callouts that you want to use. And certainly if you don't have M callouts anyway, I assume it doesn't have tracking built into this, because tracking would be sweet, but I'm not sure if it does. I'm not seeing the tracking facility there. But if you've got another tool to track, maybe from Pixel Film Studios or something, then you can use that. Let's just move this up. Boom. Good, nice little lower third again, liking that. Boom. So you can put your logo there, that's really sweet. And a name strap, so really, really nice. Nice, just really simple, but really useful. Golly, I have to say I'm loving this plugin. It's got some powerful stuff in it. Powerful would be the word. Good. I'm actually going to just get rid of that actually, because my computer's struggling a bit with all the layers. Let's do the next one. Oh, I like that. Sweet. Let's do that again. So you've got two words underneath, so that's really nice. Now this would be really useful for some client work, I'm sure, or tutorials, or if you're making a course. Really good. Loving that. That's cool. Nice by course button. By the way, if you've got any questions about the specific inspector parameters, please drop a comment below and I can look at a particular parameter for you. And obviously I'm not diving into absolutely every single parameter, but I know that MotionVFX are very good at making sure you can do most things that you want to do. There's occasionally things that I find that I wish I could do in the parameters that I can't, but most of the time they're packed full of features. So yeah, but if you do have a question about them, please do let me know. Boom, that's lovely. I'm loving that one. Subscribe now. Now I've got mTuber 2 doing stuff like that, but that's still very useful, and got some text under there, and there's no pointer there as well, which might be useful. So yeah, liking that. Now this one might be really useful for particularly client ratings, etc. So loving that one. Follow us on social media. Oh, I like that. So you can basically put down a load of different drop logos into there. It looks as though they haven't given you the logos built in like they do on mTuber 2, but it won't take 5 minutes to download those logos and put them in there. So yeah, really useful. Now this looks pretty good as well. Advanced color grading, that's quite an interesting one. Our list, now that's something that I've not got yet. Like generally speaking, a list is really useful. Just realised I could put it in full screen for you guys, which is probably better. Discuss software, nice, loving that. Feel like this could go on forever. There's literally so many packs, so many elements. I'm going to have to start speeding up, I think, because I don't think anyone will watch this video. Right, what's this one doing? Individual user. Lovely, that is really nice. If you're doing a course, then you can do featured descriptions with a price. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. I mean, look, the progress bar, just so nice, absolutely lovely. And I bet you can change that progress bar to where you want it to be, so you can change it to 26%. Oh, and it's automatically changed it to the right percentage. MotionVFX, you, hats off, man, hats off. What's this one? Comments. So if you want, you know, reviews and things like that, if you're doing a client video for a product, then this is going to be powerful in terms of just doing reviews. Oh man, I could see so many applications for this. So what a great tool, really is. Sponsored by, fairly plain, simple, probably could make, sorry. I don't know what that thing's doing. Some really, yeah, it's nice animation. I probably could do that myself, but yeah, still nice though. Drop zones. This is going to be good. This is on the main video and on the website. What a beautiful just presentation, really. If you're doing people coming up there, or you know, tutors in that example, excellent. Blurred frame. Now, what's that going to be? Wow, I mean, I did nothing and that looks amazing. Look at that, I just put two elements together and it just looks stunning. Gosh, it's just so good. I love that background, to be honest. It's simple, but it's vibrant and bright. That animation was great. Now this looks interesting. This looks like if you've got different things to choose from. So different tiers, there's their suggestion, optimal choice. So you can move that to whatever package you want. So you can animate that as well. So that would be really nice to sort of highlight different things or whatever. Really, really well thought through. I'm incredibly impressed. I think blown my mind. Best like 68 quid that I've spent It's on offer, by the way, until the 9th of August as the intro price. I'm desperately hoping my screen recording's working. Now that looks pretty cool. I'm going to put that in full screen. Intermediate, advanced, choose your level. Utterly just, it's beautiful. To be honest, MotionVFX, they just make us editors look so much better than we are. Like, I couldn't create that. That would just, that these elements alone would take me ages to create, and now they're just giving it to us for 68 quid to make us look like we're flipping professionals. I mean, I look at that. That's just beautiful. It's utterly beautiful. I'm speechless, to be honest. If this hasn't convinced you to get mTutorial, then I really don't know what will, because this is pretty darn good. Simple drop zone, always useful. That will certainly be useful for like bringing up videos and things. If you're a YouTuber and you haven't got mTuber 2, you can always bring up videos. Let's have a look at this. My computer's struggling a bit. It's a bit old. So a bit of text with that as well. Just a plain drop zone. I think I'm going to just try and speed up a little bit, skim through them. Oh, this looks funky, too good to miss, really. Let's have a look. Boom. Lovely. Wow. I mean, again, that is beautiful, and combined with backgrounds as well. Really nice. I mean, that is lovely. If you're sort of doing a professional sort of tutorial for someone, you can bring up their photo with that. Like if you're doing, particularly for a client, a corporate video, that would be really useful. Left drop zone. My computer's really struggling now.
Bluetooth connected.
I know you want to connect. Okay, well, that's good. It's looking nice. So we're on to pointers. Let's take a look. So we've got arrow. Oh, that is nice, because in a previous video I actually recently said that to do with some more arrows. So that's really good. Just a nice plain arrow. There's a couple of arrows in mTuber 2, but not a straight one, so that would be really useful. Click. So they've given you a click of the mouse on its own just in case you need it. There's a click option here. Yeah, really nice. So if we layer that and we go like that, boom, what a lovely thing. So what's this cursor doing? That is just a plain cursor, not animated, whereas this one is probably animated, but look at it. Boom. Oh wow, so you can actually move the cursor around really easily around the screen. Now I'll drag this over here to put it on my face. So if we put it over my eye, just freak me out completely. Boom. I increase that. We can change the, oh actually we can even turn off the magnifying glass if we wanted to. We can make the outline bigger or thinner, so it's sort of quite nice thin actually. And then we can turn off the handle as well. So really useful that. Golly, they really have done well. What's this one doing? Boom. Select this parameter. Really nice. Really good. So you've got a little highlighter thing there. Really good. Loving that. Loving it, mate. Loving it. Wow. Keep this option off. That certainly could be useful for something. I'm not quite sure what at this stage, but if you're pointing something out on the screen, I think that would be useful. Boom. Pulsating. Again, drawing people's attention. So obviously that's really important. Radar circle. Golly, I'm going to have to write to them and just say, you have outdone yourself. MotionVFX is just absolutely stunning. Well pumped for this, and I'm also glad that I've got it straight away, because it's the type of one that I would have been like, can I wait for it? No, I can't. I really can't wait for this plugin. So I'm so glad that I've got this. I saw it advertised like earlier in the week. They did a teaser and I was like, straight away, I've got to get this plugin. Berm. Yeah, really nice. Drop zone there. Just title graphic. Really good. Sorry, this is such a long video. It's ridiculous. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this. If you got to this stage, please give yourself a pat on the back from me officially, because I don't know how you're still with me, to be honest, because this has taken ages. But I wanted to just give you a good run and talk you through what's in here. Wow. So that would be really nice as like a title screen, just straight out the, you know, straight away you've got a title screen for a course. It's just flipping insane, to be honest. I mean, that you know, is just a title screen right out the box. This is another one as well. Man, they packed this full of value. How to smoothen my animation. Great Scott, it's just flipping amazing. Hi guys, this is Future John. Unfortunately this video is far too long, so I'm going to have to cut the rest of the titles out. So we're going to jump straight to transitions. Right, okay, let's just quickly look at the transitions. You get berm, so you get a slide in transition, so that's really nice. Next, really nice, like that one. Oh, that's beautiful. Really nice for course content, or like if you're swapping to a computer screen or something like that. Beautiful again. Utterly beautiful. Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. With those frames dropped, you're telling me, man. Oh, beautiful. A bit fast, I think, that one. Right. Berm, just a nice sliding graphic. I think that probably transition. Even look like it, yeah, fade in S-curve. My battery just died. I hope I haven't lost everything. Let's hope not. So this one, ladies and gents, is sliding. This looks nice. Oh, that looks interesting. Let's do that one again. That just looks a bit, I don't know whether I like that or not, really. It's sort of quite funky, but at the same time, I'm not sure if it's just a bit too much. What's this one? Oh, that's nice. Like that with a bit of text as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this extremely long video. I apologise, and I thank you so much for being with me all the way through. If you did like this video, please do remember to hit the like and the subscribe button. That would be abundantly appreciated. I'm nearing 100 subscribers, and it'd be amazing to get there. But also, just feel free to drop me a line, drop me a comment below, ask me anything about this plugin, and I'll do my best to find out what the answer is. Obviously, I'm new to it myself, but you know, I can take a look on the inspector, answer any questions you've got on parameters that you might want to change about a certain element. So please do let me know. Anyway, I have talked enough. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take care and keep making videos. Bye for now.